Leo, what it do? Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a reading for the week of March 2nd through the 8th. Thank you for joining me. This is a general love and relationship reading, situationship reading. We will get some overarching energy from the romance oracles. We'll get your tarot cards out, and then we will pull some advice for you. So without further ado, let's get into it. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So this is a chance to call in your soulmate here. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership, as well as make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. So whatever messages come out in this tarot reading should be super important to how you move forward. And this idea of using your prayers, your affirmations, or visualizations to help bring you together. For some reason, I'm getting the message in for you, Leo, if you are trying to manifest a specific person, that can be tricky energy, right? So as you make the effort, as you put your energy in calling in your soulmate, as you work your magic, as which we will see here in a minute, some of the hardest manifestation that is possible is for a specific person, because other people have their own will as well. So calling in the energy of your soulmate, right, without a ton of thought as to what this person is, who they are, what they should look like. Generals are fine, right? But I'm talking about if you are talking about a specific person, things can be hard to manifest. That person may very well be your soulmate. But call in your soulmate, not a specific person, if that makes any sense. That's just advice off the cuff. Based on these cards. Let's see. Underneath the deck, we have the Magician. So I feel like you have all the tools that you need right now to start manifesting in love. I feel like it's going to take some effort. And I feel like you have all the tools to take the effort. You're showing up as the Three of Swords, which tells me that this may be a situation that involves some bit of heartache. Look at that. Some bit of heartache that has taken place. Heartache in this way is temporary. Oftentimes you can feel it, right? That nagging feeling that's there. Whatever that heartache is not going to help the manifestation that is coming in for you. So there's pain and then there's suffering, right? So oftentimes when we go through pain, it's a lesson. That lesson is there to teach us something. And the pain is like a gift, right? To teach us what we need to learn. But suffering can be a choice. And oftentimes suffering is a direct result of us holding on to the past. So whatever heartbreak, just make sure you can differentiate between the pain of a heartbreak that is there to teach you a lesson and the sometimes self-imposed prison that we put ourselves in by harboring around our past and harboring around our past heartbreaks. Because this situation has to do with the Wheel of Fortune. This is fated. I feel like you are calling in a specific person. Possibly, I don't know, but the Wheel of Fortune oftentimes has to do with fate, and oftentimes fate is cyclical. So if it's not somebody you know now, it could be somebody that you've known in a past life or something like that, because people come back around. And what the Wheel of Fortune tells me is that, I mean, the wheel is always turning. It's like when you decide to jump on, right? When you decide to take your turn, and there's an opportunity for you to come again, right? I'm seeing literally like I'm seeing a roller coaster and you're like at the front of the line and the people just got off and it's your turn to get on. It's, are you going to take the ride? Or are you going to go through and just go straight to the exit? That sort of energy is what the image that I'm getting when I see this card right now. There's an opportunity here for the Eight of Cups is here. So you're walking away from something. You're walking away from something, Leo. Perhaps even just emotionally detaching from something. And like I said, this is showing up in the opportunity position. So you may not have done this yet. You may be in you may be doing this right now. For some of you, I feel like this is a situation where you haven't quite healed from something yet. But while you still feel the pain, before turning that pain into a resentment, this is a good time to emotionally detach from it so that you can learn any lessons that you can from this pain, so that you can write them down, so that you can figure out why you walked away, what it is that you were walking away from, so that you can move forward in a way that is more conducive of success moving forward, if that makes sense. So there's an energy here of emotionally detaching from this heartbreak so that you can learn the lessons that you need to learn before they turn into resentments. Let's see. The universe is working on the Five of Wands. So there's a situation here, possibly a situation where you were put into a bit of competition with somebody, with some bodies. I see like a lot of people involved, and this competition doesn't have to be just all romantic. So not as like where there was people that were like dating around, like that could be for some of you. It doesn't have to be. This could also be like competition around work, or like you competing for somebody else, for you competing for somebody's time and energy with the multiple other things that they have going on in their life. Okay. What you don't see is, I see that somebody is sort of watching you, Leo. So I'm getting the sense that somebody's just really paying attention to what you're doing. They're following your social, they're looking at things. If not, they're like learning what they need to do to be more on your level. This card says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together, which oftentimes means that you're not the only one wishing for this. People do this in different ways. If you're watching a tarot video right now, you may be attacking things from a more spiritual level, right? And they may be doing things like, I don't know, for some reason I'm getting the sense that like if this person's been to your house or seen your collection or like went on your social media, right, to sort of like, what does this person like? What do they dislike? You know, maybe you read books and they're trying to become well versed on the books that show up on your bookcase. Maybe you have a number of hobbies that they haven't tried and they're going to do those things during the week, and they're starting to cook like you do or something like that. They want to learn more about you. In the near future, I have the World card. So a cycle is ending here. This could be the end of this heartbreak cycle. This could be in the end of this competitive cycle for you. I feel like you may have offered something to this person before that you're dealing with, that they didn't take. The interesting thing about the Four of Cups is like, there's often this like, this energy of like somebody offered you something and you didn't take it, or you offered something to somebody and they didn't take it. And that may be true, but we have no idea what these other cups are, right? No idea. This could be, you know, something at work. This could be this other thing. This could be, you know, this could be a bunch of things. They don't all have to be romantic love. They could also be other loves, right? So when a person has a lot going on and they can't accept things where they're at, all that means is that they have a lot going on, I guess, is all I want to say about that. Again, this is moving out of focus. I don't think this is hugely cumbersome, but it is affecting the present right now. You're showing up in this situation as the Ten of Cups. So we have two tens. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Ten of Cups. And this is the ultimate happiness in terms of relationships, almost like an abundant amount of happiness showing up for you in this position. We also have the Ten of Pentacles. Didn't even see that right next to it. Ten of Pentacles showing up as what's right in front of you. So Ten of Pentacles can mean abundance, it can mean legacy, it can mean relationship. You have two tens, and the tens are the end of these cycles, right? So we have the World, we have Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, love, material. I feel like something's coming in for you, Leo. Hopes and fears, we have the High Priestess. Listen to your intuition, is what I would tell you with this card showing up. I feel like your biggest fear is that you're not going to know, right? Or a person may be listening to their intuition, which means they may not. You can scream as loud as you want, right? But if a person's not ready to talk, they're not going to be ready to talk. And I don't know what it is about this message that's telling me that right now. You could even be this person. But just continue to listen to your intuition. If something's telling you that somebody wants to move forward or wants to entertain, you know, whatever the thing is, just listen to your intuition. But I don't know why it's coming through for you too, Leo, but don't listen to your intuition on one day and then decide to ignore it the next, right? Because sometimes our intuition changes. And when we get a message from source, from a tarot reading, from wherever, and it says the affirming thing that we want to hear, and then tomorrow it doesn't say what we want to hear, we're like, well, no, yesterday it said this. Always take the latest information, like, that you get. Not from listen to your intuition, right? But your intuition is telling you to like go with the flow and allow information to change as it comes in. Because things are not always going to stay the same. The outcome for you is the Chariot, Cancer energy here. As the only zodiac I see. I also see Pisces energy here a little bit. But moving forward, the outcome is moving forward. So I feel like you're calling in this person. I feel like as long as you make the effort, and you probably haven't been talking much about this, Leo, maybe trying to keep it inside, maybe not trying to spoil it or ruin it, but I feel like you have to make the effort here for this thing to move forward, and it looks like it wants to. Let's get some advice for you here. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. Yeah. I don't know, if you're dating somebody, this may be moving to the next step. You just seem to be in a place where you're on the edge of like two worlds. Like you're leaving a world and moving into a new world. It's like you're in a season finale right now, Leo. So enjoy the season finale. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next week.